Hey guys, it's RileywithFlash, and today I just kind of have like the second part of the Q&A. So this is questions 10 through 20 out of 50. So I'll just jump right in, and then I'll try to find some other videos of me and Flash working, or pictures or something, just to put at the end so that you guys can kind of see him again. Alright, so question 11 is, ever written English? Yes, I wrote quite a bit of English. 12, do you like riding bareback? Yeah, every once in a while I'll ride bareback just if we're having a fun day. Generally, we also don't necessarily record those days, but sometimes we do. I'm not sure if I've posted any of us riding bareback. 13 is worst fall. I've actually only had one fall, and it was at a show in 2018, I think, in August. And it was like an alumni show, and I was riding a pony. It was not our pony, it was somebody else's pony, but I was riding her in a, it was a Huntsy class. I think it was pleasure, and we were doing really good, and she had kind of been tossing her head a little bit, which was unusual for her. And me, the owner of the pony, and my mom all thought, something was a little off, but she didn't seem too bad. And so we got through the first direction, going counterclockwise, and then we had turned around, and we had gotten through the walk and the trot, and they had told us to walk again, and then they asked us to pick up the canter, and I had a different horse in front of me, so I cut across the middle, so I'm like right in the middle of the arena when she just starts a little bit of crow hop, jumps up in the front, and then kind of plows down, does it again, and I go over her head, and I landed on my forehead, did a neck bend, and landed on my back. They did not let me get up. They called an ambulance, and they had to take me to the hospital. Flash somebody had been holding him, so they put him in a stall, and then the barn owners had come and picked him up for us, and the owner of the pony felt really bad, but she got her home, and we were never upset about it. It's horses, things happen, but that was my one and only fall, and it turned out I just had a mild concussion. Nothing was broken, I wasn't bleeding anywhere, so everything was fine. I'd actually ended up going back to the show to do hippology, which you're not supposed to read when you have a concussion, but I did, and I ended up getting second place in hippology even with a concussion, so that was a lot of fun, and everybody was super concerned about me, so it was just nice to see people and let them know that I was okay. Question 14, how long have you been riding? I've been riding since I was about 7, so about 13 years. I started riding somebody else's horses, the barn owner's horses, and then when I was 9 is when we got Flash. Question 15, what bit does the horse you ride go in? We ride Flash in milers. He has a D-ring snaffle for English. We've tried a Kimberwick on him, because that's what my trainer recommended, because we use his western bit is a shanked bit, so she was like, we'll try a Kimberwick. There was a couple things going on. He started rearing at shows, so we stopped using the Kimberwick, and we're back to a D-ring now. And then his western bit is also miler. I can't think of exactly what his is. It's just a basic western bit. I'll see if I can find a picture of it, or it might be here, so maybe I'll go take a picture of it, and I can put that in so you guys can see what kind of western bit he rides in. Question 16, black or brown tack? This is meant for more English riders, but my tack is like a lighter tan because it's western. I do like black tack over brown tack, but we had a really nice headstall and breast collar that were a light tan. The headstall we're still trying to get to fit him. It's too small, so we're trying to find like a different crown piece, or we've debated on having the cheek pieces remade, making them longer. So we're gonna hopefully get that figured out in the next year or two, because we've had it for a while and I really want to use it, and I absolutely love it. The breast color is what you see him in all of our videos if we're riding western. It's that tan with the teal and it has words on it. I can't think of exactly which ones are on the breast collar, but I know on the cheek pieces they say trust, and I just absolutely love it, and I really want to get the head stall to work. And then we're also looking for matching reins, so we're working on that right now. Question 17, ever ridden on the beach? No. Would love to, that'd be fun, but I have not. Question 18, ideal horse height? Flash is about 15'2", 15'3", somewhere around there. I really like his height. He's not super little and he's not super big, but to me it doesn't really matter. If it's a good horse, I don't mind riding it. I've ridden ponies that are about 12-ish hands. I think the tallest I've ridden is 16, maybe 16'2". I can't think exactly how tall he was, but nothing too huge, nothing too little. I like around 15 hands. But like I said, I'll ride anything. Question 19, describe your barn. So it's a long driveway to get up to the barn, and then there's like the parking area, which is where you see in my last videos where we were lunging, because our arena is closed over winter. It is used for storage, so we just lunge out in the parking lot, or work up and down the barn aisle. And then the barn has one gate out front because the horses run in and out, and then you have one corral to the left, which has one pasture that goes out to the back of the barn, and then one that goes behind the arena out to the other side of the arena. And then there's another paddock or corral to the right with another one that heads back. It doesn't go behind the barn, but just like a separate pasture, and then another pasture that's out further to the right, which is pretty big, and a pain if your horse is all the way at the end. They like to hide at the end, and you always have to walk all the way out to get them. In the kind of middle one, that's back off of the paddock to the right, in the back there's a round pen. The gate's kind of falling off right now, so nobody really uses it, and it gets kind of muddy where it is. And then in the barn it's just a single aisle all the way down with 4 stalls on the right, where there's one horse in the front, and then the next stall is actually a pig, and then an empty stall, and then Flash's stall. And then on the left there's an empty stall, 3 horses, stall for shavings, and then it used to be like a foaling stall, but it's been split into 2 stalls now. One is empty, and then the other one is for the minis if the weather gets bad. And then the minis just have a little paddock out the back, and then the manure pile right behind that. And then if you're standing in the parking lot in front of the barn, the arena's to the left, and it's pretty big there. And then that other pasture I was talking about. So it's a small barn, but it's nice. And then question 20 is small, quiet barn or large boarding barn. I'm used to a small, quiet barn. The school I was at was like a large, it was a training barn basically. And that was fun, just having, people to talk to all the time. But I think I'd probably like somewhere like in the middle where there's like a small group of us that, are training, and we can talk to each other about what's going on with our horses, maybe get advice from the other people who are training. Otherwise it's really nice just to have the quiet space to be able to work on what you need to work on without having to worry about like other horses being around or running into anybody. So I do like it being pretty quiet. And that is where we're stopping today. So we have 30 more questions, which means at least 3 more days of our little Q&A. That also means that if you guys have any questions, make sure you post them, and I will gladly answer them and let you know what's going on. As soon as I know anything going on in the next few weeks about if shows are starting up again or if my barn opens again, I'll be sure to let you know, or you'll see lots of videos with Flash. Either way, I'm excited. But yeah, let me know any questions or what you want to see, because this is only going to last for a little while. So let me know what you want to see me doing since we're stuck home, and then I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!